He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored.
Neither the United States of America nor the world community of nations can tolerate deliberate deception and offensive threats on the part of any nation.
I will make you understand.
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Jones, and welcome to the Tony Jones Show.
People are willing to take the risk. It's just sort of a herd mentality, a lemming-like mentality. If you don't go with the flow, you're anti-American and therefore a suspect.
The Tony Jones Show, featuring punk, rockabilly, psychobilly, and Providence, Rhode Island's finest, starts right now.
He's a dangerous militia member, I hear. Oh, and there she blows.
Famous brew. Hey, neighbor, Gansett is good for you. Hey, Narragansett, Rhode Island's famous brew. Hey, neighbor, have a Gansett. I say this one for you. That famous Narragansett, Rhode Island's famous brew. Darling, I done worked all day from the night to the morn. I do believe it's time to play. This party's just begun. Down to Bonnet Shores. I've been knocking on all the windows and I've been kicking in all the doors, singing, hey, neighbor, Gansett is good for you. Hey, Narragansett, Rhode Island's famous brew. Bartender, bartender, won't you pass me a beer? I don't want no import, I want something brewed right here. Pass me a Narragansett in that bottle keg or can. Fresh from the barrel taste of a Narragansett fan, man. Hey, neighbor, Gansett is good for you. Hey, Narragansett, Rhode Island's famous brew. Bartender, won't you pass me a beer? I don't want no import, I want something brewed right here. Pass me an Narragansett in that bottle, keg or can. With that fresh from the barrel taste, I'm a Narragansett fan. Hey, neighbor, Gansett is good for you. Hey, Narragansett, Rhode Island's famous brew. Hey, neighbor, Gansett is good.
Friends, the time for mediocrity in broadcasting is over. My name is Tony Jones, and you're listening to The Tony Jones Show, your destination for talk and rock. Don't forget to check out TonyJones.org on Facebook, facebook.com/The Tony Jones Show. You can check in there throughout the broadcast. And, of course, on Twitter, at Tony Jones in RI. Feel free to, don't check me out on Twitter. Check me out on Facebook. I'm not fully into the tweeting yet, and I know that sounds like so 5 years ago. And now, as I finally learn about Facebook and Twitter, there's this thing called Snapchat, and I don't even know. I'm still trying to figure out like a rotary phone, but I'll get with the times. I promise. Hey, there's a big... I just want to mention we kicked things off with the Cobramatics off of Under the Hood. The name of that track was Hey Neighbor, Have a Gansett, something we fully endorse here on the Tony Jones Show. But DJ Psycho Eddie and I were talking off the air, and bikini season is coming up for us, so we're endorsing the Narragansett lights now. So
yes, definitely.
Hey Neighbor, have a Narragansett lights. And you will be the Adonises, the male model gods that DJ Psycho Eddie and I are. And I should mention, DJ Psycho Eddie is here. There's an event coming up I want you all to know about. Throughout the broadcast, we'll be playing music from the event. I have some All for Blood. I have some Fall and Bounce with me. I have some Hemlok. So stay tuned to hear music from said event. And we also have Ray from All for Blood. Dave's here. He does he makes guys like DJ Psycho Eddie and I look good. And it's going to be a great time. I think this is an event that my audience, the Tony Jones Show audience, especially the locals, you're going to want to check this out, because it's right up your alley, because you're listening online, you're listening over the airwaves, you're listening in podcast, and you are in touch with the stranger things in life. We'll keep it clean for our over-the-air audience, because I like working here. So you are in touch with the stranger things in life. So I want to go around the room. I want to have my in-studio guests introduce themselves and tell you what they do and what they're going to be doing at this event called Freak Fest. We'll start with DJ Psycho Eddie, who you all know.
Hi, everyone. Like he said, I am DJ Psycho Eddie. I am a professional MP3 player. I also dress up like a clown, scare the living crap out of people. I also do lots of promotions, like this upcoming event. Might I say the name, or do you mind?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, it is Freak Fest 4. It will be this Saturday, February 8th, at Fat Lounge and Ballroom. We do occupy both rooms. I am not one of the headlining promoters. I'm actually coming on kind of late in the game. Justin Sane, Rambuticon, Vulgar Expressions are the promoters of note.
Promoters du jour.
Yes.
That's how we roll.
Dave Chiquette to my right, if you want to take over from there.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Dave. I'm from Vulgar Expressions Entertainment. I'm one of the promoters throwing the show. Pretty much we just got a full night going on. We have everything. It's like a circus, but with bands. We got some sideshow freaks. We got How to Kill a Zombie special effects demonstration. Bunch of stuff. Got around 16 bands with 2 stages. We have Ray from All for Blood here, too. He's from one of the bands. He'd like to talk about it a little bit.
All right, man. I guess that's my cue. First off, Tony, thanks for having me down here, brother. I appreciate it. And, yeah, we're definitely looking forward to this Freak Fest 4. I'm Ray. I'm with All for Blood. I'm the vocalist. You know, we're happy to be part of this project. We got a bunch of buddies of ours bands on here, and we're happy to share the stage with everybody. You know, we worked with Justin and, you know, you guys from Vulgar before, and we're definitely looking forward to doing it again. It's always a good time, and Freak Fest definitely proves to always be a banger. So, I mean, you know, if you're into some of that crazy stuff and you like having a good time seeing some of the stuff that you won't necessarily see every day, this is definitely the event to come out and check out.
It's good that the I'll call it, for lack of a better term, the small stage at FET and the ballroom were involved, because as a man who has personally performed on the small stage is small. I mean, like, me and my bandmates are standing nut to butt when we play on the small stage. And,
so what are you trying to say, Tony?
I'm saying that I hope to someday graduate to the ballroom.
You're going to go to the big boy stage one of these days?
I'm hoping. I'm saving up, and I'm building up my momentum, and someday I'll be able to walk through the beaded curtain and be on the big boy stage.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a beautiful venue, that's for sure. I mean, we're actually, judging by the way the set list is performed, you know, we're on the smaller stage too, and we got 5 guys. We're looking forward to trying to figure that mission out. But, you know, we're just always down to come out and have a good time, you know, and it's all about the scene, it's all about the music, so, you know.
I guess that's a good segue because I have some All for Blood queued up right now. This is a song called Breach. And before I play it, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, you know, this album, it's a little EP that we put together. You know, it's been a long time in the work, and we spent a lot of time down with Chris Paquette at No Boundaries Studios. He's the one who helped us, you know, put it all together for us. And then now just trying to get the money up and everything just to finally get it done, print it up in a nice, pretty little package. We're getting ready to drop that February 14th, actually. It's going to be Bloody Valentine's Day down at Dusk and Providence. Got to take that shameless plug there and throw that out there. You know, but I do have an advanced copy I'd like to present to you.
Nice.
You know, for having us on the show.
So you guys went all out and actually, and it's very, unfortunately, semi-rare right now. You're putting out a physical CD, I'm assuming, along with downloads and things like that?
Yeah, it'll be available for download and, you know, iTunes and all that. We're in the process of setting all that up. You know, you can go check it out. And, you know, we got a full length we're working on next. We got a bunch of new material in the works. And, you know, we're just, now that this is out, now that we can present this and actually give this and finally let this be out, you know, now we can actually turn all our focus on everything that we're working on that's new and, you know, start coming together with some new material and keep the train rolling, you know.
So for the first time here on the Tony Jones Show, you're going to hear some All for Blood. This is a song called Breach. Bandages right here on the Tony Jones Show. The hot heat. Before that, they will not be playing Freak Fest. But before that, we heard from All for Blood off of the War EP Breach, the name of that one. They will be playing Freak Fest. Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. Thank you all for checking in with me over there. And of course, TonyJones.org is my website. If you're in a local, a regional, a national band with good music, I like to specify with good music, you can go to TonyJones.org, click on Contact, and get me your stuff. We are one of the few radio shows over the air that will play just about anything. Now, you just saw the juxtaposition we are capable of here. We just went from All for Blood to hot heat. I'm assuming you're not going to hear music like that anywhere else but right here on the Tony Jones Show. Ray from the aforementioned All for Blood in studio. Dave's here. DJ Psycho Eddie is here. Dave, let's talk a little bit about what you have in store for Freak Fest, because you're into the I almost said sci-fi, but more towards the horror makeup, which I believe I've seen you do at events in the past.
Yeah, like special effects makeup. Well, one of the things I'm doing at this event is we're doing like a human oddity show, trying to keep with the old school like circuit sideshows. So we're gonna have like a human cyclops, a lobster boy, like somebody with a cleft hand.
I know a shark boy.
That is not very funny.
Yeah, doing stuff like that. Then we're also doing a How to Kill a Zombie. It's pretty much for all the Walking Dead fans out there. It's the day before the release of the mid-season premiere or whatever of Walking Dead. So I'm pretty much going to torture and execute a zombie live on stage. I'm pretty sure it's never been done in Providence. So that's definitely an interesting.
I'm pretty sure I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm very excited to do it. I've never done it on stage,
And I love FET, but in the neighborhood that FET is located in, what you're demonstrating, you might need while going out to your car.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to try to rob me after this. Put it that way.
Might be an instructional lesson.
So, like,
for
hey, just don't mess
else.
with that guy. He just cut some girl's leg off. I mean, I think I seen a finger flying. Don't go to Onlyville.
So bring us back a few years.
Some weeders.
Bring us back to a young Dave. How did you get involved in doing special effects?
Well, I pretty much started when I was around 14, just kind of playing around with like nose wax and making it look like golf tees were sticking through my hand and everything.
It's going to be a great way to freak out your parents.
Exactly, I don't know. So get a little older, then met Justin. Me and Justin were in a band a few years ago, and he decided to start Freak Fest, and I got on him on the first one, go with him on the first one, helping him out, and it's just building up to something. We're trying to make it into more of a traveling show. Try to do like a East Coast tour with it.
Because as we mentioned, this is Freak Fest 4, so yes. Being the analytical genius that I am, I'm assuming there have been other Freak Fests.
I'm guessing at least 3 others.
Yeah, that'd be a good assumption. At least 3, yeah.
Has this been something you guys have kind of trying to build up into almost like a franchise type, like marquee event?
Yes, we're trying. I mean, we do 2 a year. We like to do a summer one and a winter one. We have one also, Freak Fest 5, coming up June 28th at Simon 677 in Providence. So that's like an indoor-outdoor show. But it's just something, fans seem to love it. I mean, it's not something you get.
Right.
I mean, like I said, it's kind of like all the dark sideshow stuff of the circus from back in the day coming back to life now.
I'm a huge, I usually make it up there every summer, I'm a huge Coney Island fan.
This is exactly what we're basing out of. I mean, even if you look at our flyer, it looks like one of the old Coney Island like flyers.
And if you've ever seen me, you would know how much of a huge Coney Island hot dog fan that I am. And as you noticed, FET is right next to the Oneyville, New York system.
And that's the best place to go for wieners. And
we will be drinking pretty much all night. And you literally stumble out the back door right to the Oneyville, New York system.
Yeah, we actually have them on speed dial, I think, at FET.
Speed dial?
Yeah,
I think we should have our own lane.
Ain't 50 all the way. I'll be there in an hour.
And if you're ever feeling particularly antisocial, get a hot wiener and just dab it behind your ears and maybe on your wrists, and That hot wiener smell.
Ode to hot wiener.
2 weeks. It lasts like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but that would actually attract girls in Providence. That's like a cologne.
If you're a chubby chaser, that might be a great opportunity for. Ooh, he's got wieners.
Forget about Old Spice. You know?
I have another great Freak Fest band queued up for you. I believe that Fall and Bounce are playing early. I think they're opening. And a little bit of Tony Jones trivia. The bass player for Fall and Bounce, Christine, the lovely and talented Christine, is one of my co-hosts on my political show, The Coalition. So we are one big freaky family here. This is probably my favorite, for various reasons, my favorite Fall and Bounce song. This is a track called Psycho, right here on The Tony Jones Show.
Yeah.
Why do we just to be known? In the end, we're all alone. Shattered fragments left below. And when the weaving comes undone, will regret eclipse the sun. Are we still worth finding
Some Hemlok right here on the Tony Jones Show off of A Cautionary Tale. That was Swan Song, a track that Hemlok has played live. If you guys can believe it, they played that live in this very studio. It was very cozy that night. Very cozy. Then before that, we heard from Fall and Bounce. That was Psycho for a bevy of reasons. One of my favorite Fall and Bounce tracks. You heard it right here on the Tony Jones Show. TonyJones.org is my website. Facebook.com/The Tony Jones Show. And on Twitter, @TonyJonesNRI. Thank you all for checking in on Facebook. As always, that's why you should. We have, and I'm not bragging here, but we have a huge podcast audience. However, I implore you to check out the live show, because then you can interact with me on Facebook throughout the broadcast. So that's why you should make time to hang out with your old pal Tony Jones live. Or you can do both. You could listen live and listen to the podcast. That's what I suggest. A full house tonight as we talk about Freak Fest. I want to point my attention to DJ Psycho Eddie, because he is a little bit of a Tony Jones Show regular. If this was the Howard Stern Show, he would be in my whack pack. He would be like DJ Baba Booey. Psycho Eddie, give us your year in review for last year and tell us what you have coming up as we swing into, I can't believe the first month is gone as we swing into this new year, but you were mighty busy last year, and it looks like you're gearing up to be mighty busy this upcoming year.
Actually, I'm doing less shows this year, but I'm going to go bigger shows.
You're going
this
for
year.
quality
instead of quantity.
That's why I'm only on the air once a week instead of every night, because I go for quality over quantity.
This is quality. Gotcha. Okay, moving along. No, last year, I from August until December, I pretty much had 2 to 3 shows a month. And it was pretty much beating my head against the wall.
Thought you were going to say something completely different.
Well, I did a lot of that too. Frustration happens. But moving along. I tried to do a 4-month sabbatical. I was going to take off until April. I wasn't going to do a thing, and that lasted all of about a month. I do have a lot of charity work. I'm not going to turn my nose down at charity work. I like helping out a lot of the local bands. I've always helped out local bands if they need a sound guy, PA work, if you need the DJ, fill in between the bands. You can't afford top-notch entertainment. Well, second string, I'm your man. I will be the first person to admit I am not the best DJ in the world. I am okay.
But I've seen you personally DJ weddings.
Yes, I try to avoid that. The breakdown is I sit down with the bride and groom and I tell them straight out. I try.
Remember, we're over the air here.
Yeah, after the facts of life conversation, I tell them that I'm not a wedding DJ. I am a club in-between band DJ. I may not have every song that you want, but everyone will be up and dancing. Everyone will have a good time. And I am going to drink, and I will slip and drop a few F-bombs during your wedding.
The chicken dance will be played.
Chicken dance will be played, and I will offend at least 1 to 5 of your aunts, depending on how much I drink. As long as you're good with this, I will do your wedding. And people, stupidly enough, I have one coming up in a couple of months. I just did one for If you don't mind me saying the name, Doug Izzy, when he got married.
Which I would be remiss to not mention.
From Black Vendetta.
Doug from Black Vendetta.
Douchebucket.
And Douchebucket.
Yeah.
Doug, DJ Psycho Eddie here, DJ'd the wedding, and he played a faster track so Doug could dance with his mother, and Doug managed to drop his mother on her head.
Yes. Yes, it was classic. Sorry, I think he was going for the $10,000 on that funny video show.
Figure skating spin.
Oh, yeah, it was beautiful. Kids were under the table. It was one of those heart-touching moments. That was acid indigestion from all the shots of whatever I was drinking that night. But it was a good time. I don't mind doing it. I do like to get out of the face paint once in a while and DJ as myself. It doesn't happen that often, but, you never know.
I love the idea of, and I wish more people would get on board with, when you guys talk about having freaks between bands and you're DJing between bands, it is an ADHD society. You have got to, I don't want to get on my high horse here, I don't want to get on my soapbox, but you have got to have something to keep people's attention, to keep them at your gig, to keep them at your event while the bands are setting up and breaking down. It only takes one diva band to take a half hour to set up to derail the whole program. But if there's a dude spitting fire with snakes and there's someone DJing, chances are you're going to retain those people at the event.
We are an instant gratification society.
YouTube Nation.
We are not being spoon-fed some type of information, entertainment. If we are not having our ego stroked at some point, we are going to be distracted. Ooh, something shiny over this way.
Piece of candy.
Exactly. We're going to walk away and we're going to do something else. Luckily, I've usually walk towards the bar myself, and I can get distracted with a bottle of something with high octane. But some people walk towards the door and go find another bar to frequent.
Yeah. I definitely played, a bunch of venues and stuff where it'd just be band after band and not even any kind of house music or anything like that. And it's like, you definitely have to have something going on. Something that, just keeps the atmosphere itself alive that's going on in the club, you know what I mean? Like, and the fact that, you guys doing this Freak Fest thing, we're introducing a bunch of different, like we got shows coming up that have hosts going on. We have shows that have different performers between bands, and it keeps it interesting, it keeps it fresh. It makes people want to stay there. It makes people want to have a good time and just embrace, everything. And this one's definitely going to be a good one, man.
Promoters, take note. This is quality information we're giving you here on the Tony Jones Show.
Absolutely.
You have to maintain the energy.
Keep people in the house.
It's true. I mean, because you got to figure the three promoters throwing the show are all people that leave shows when they get bored, like me, Justin, and Mike Karp.
Right.
I mean, the three of us, we all have very successful shows, but if we go to a show and it's boring, we go outside, we have a cigarette, and we say, hey, you want to go get a slice? And then we leave, or a wiener,
All it takes is that one little check on Facebook on your phone, like, oh, this is going on over here.
But if you're walking out the door and you see somebody belly dancing, or, somebody doing something. We have so much going on at the show. It's just everywhere you turn, there's something.
There's nothing like stepping outside for a cigarette to help you realize that you're hungry, and then you just leave. I had, this all plays in together because not too long ago, Tony Jones and the Cretin 3 played at FET. We played with this band I have queued up, the Evil Streaks. And between bands was Wolfman Chuck and his Spookalele of Doom. So
that guy's awesome.
If you can, it was a fantastic fit of all these kind of horror bands, and then
he's never seen Wolfman.
Oh,
Chuck.
You have, yeah.
Oh man, we got him. He's going to be hosting our CD release party down at Dusk on the 14th. He's going to be there with us, and he's going to be doing his thing between bands. And me and Chuck go a little ways back, man. We got a special history, me and that guy. So
he's on your CD release.
Special history or special?
Oh, we got forced to spend some time together.
Wow.
I think I know exactly what that means.
We'll just put it that way. That was many moons ago.
Well, on that note,
so we're going to hear from
great guy, though.
He's been in this very studio, and he managed to keep it clean the whole broadcast.
I can't believe it.
I've got to
meet this guy.
We've got to get him to get some more clean songs, because if you haven't had a chance yet, you will hear the sweet sounds of a ukulele with just the most filthy, vilest lyrics humanly possible. So that's why you should check out Wolfman Chuck and the Spookalele of Doom. But I have the Evil Streaks queued up off of Talk to the Dead. My favorite album off this, my favorite track that is off of this album is The Cursed.
I wanted rock, but I don't. The ball's in your court, so I won't. I love
Some Empty Vessels right here on the Tony Jones Show, a band that's been in this very studio. Going out by request, Saucer Country, the name of that track. Rumor has it, Empty Vessels has some new music coming out, so be sure to stay tuned into the Tony Jones Show. Once I get that, you will be the first to hear it. Before that, we heard from Q's Sera, The 9-Story Solution, the name of that track. And then last time we chatted, I brought you into The Evil Streaks off of Talk to the Dead. You heard Strike a Chord right here on the Tony Jones Show. TonyJones.org is my website. Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. On Twitter, @TonyJonesNRI. And unfortunately, it is just about time to wrap up this edition of the Tony Jones Show broadcast. Of course, don't forget to look for us on iTunes and Spreaker. We are over the air. We are on the web. You can find us everywhere. Like I like to mention, it is surreal for me to go onto iTunes and see NPR, Howard Stern, Mancow Muller, and then Tony Jones. It's like, what am I doing here? But I want you guys one more time, and I have to mention that I love what you guys are doing. There's a lot of people out there right now that are poo-pooing on local music, on Rhode Island's scene, for lack of a better word. I love what you guys are doing with these things, and the fact that everybody, I mean, we played the heavier stuff on the program today, maybe except for Hemlok, which is a little progressive. But there's music all across genres at Freak Fest, which I love. There's some more poppy stuff. I'm looking at the list right now. It really is all over the place. I want to correct myself real quick in that I mentioned earlier that Fall and Bounce would be first. It's our pals Hemlok that are kicking off the show on the lounge stage. They'll be playing at 5 o'clock. So if you want to see Hemlok, you want to see Fall and Bounce, Cess Carney, got to get there early. Check those guys out. But remind everybody, whoever wants to do it, DJ Psycho Eddie, or whatever, remind everybody about the event and how they show up. And more importantly, from the date of our live broadcast, but this will replay throughout the week, people are going to need to get themselves some tickets to show up. So remind everybody.
Well, you have to either go online, go onto the Facebook page. There's a link to
I think it's
Ticketweb?
Ticketweb.com.
Ticketweb.com has
I know you can get
tickets.
the link right from the FET page.
Also, Justin Sane, Dave, myself, we all have tickets on us.
And any of the bands performing the show actually has tickets.
Pretty much all of the performers have contacts. We can get you tickets throughout the week. They are $15 a head from us or $18 at the door. The event starts at 4 o'clock Saturday, goes till midnight Saturday night, or Sunday morning, however you want to call that. February 8th, this Saturday coming up, a week from today. I don't know what else to tell you. Also, I just wanted to mention, if it wasn't for local bands, we wouldn't have national bands, because all national bands started off as a local band.
Except for like Backstreet Boys and like New Kids on the Block and stuff like that.
They were kind of put together, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't even consider that music.
I think even like
he did say bands.
I think.
He did say bands.
You know what I mean?
People that play music.
Real bands.
No, it's definitely all about supporting the local scene and keeping it active, and keep trying to keep it fresh. And a lot of people just don't understand that I know, and I'm sure a lot of guys in this room know. Like 10 years ago, the scene is not anything like it used to be. We're all a part in trying to bring it back together, and everybody, even within the scene, everybody likes to try to burn each other down. And I just don't understand it. It's all about just coming together for the music, trying to get the word out.
Definitely,
that's what it's all about.
That's the only way I actually have survived, and I don't know if you know this. I've been doing this for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
I've been a DJ for over 20 years, and the only way I survive and still make shows and get shows is I show up.
Right.
Yeah.
I show up dressed as a clown. I take money out of my pocket. I'll pay a cover. I'll buy drinks for people. I will
anybody can go on Facebook and say that you're going to go, but if you don't go, then there's no scene.
There are a few people that I'll go to everything, and they just never show up.
Yeah,
and you gotta go.
You gotta those people all the time.
If you see a face, eventually you're gonna say, "Hey, he went to my show. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe we could use it for another one, and it works.
Networking with other bands, absolutely. You go out, you support other bands,
that opens doors
those
for
other
you,
bands
too.
come out, they still come see you.
Yeah. It's like one of the reasons why I know you, Ray, is playing with you in the past.
Yeah,
like,
back in the day.
Same thing with Ed, playing at venues that you were bouncing at.
That's getting thrown out.
That's how we all meet. Did you throw me out once? No.
Freak Fest tickets are all over the place. So hit up any of the bands. You can go to the Facebook.
I just have to mention, too, and this isn't poo-pooing on FET, but if you, and I've had this happen to me personally, and I've had people bellyache to me about shows where they've come to see me, and they've gotten tickets off of the FET website. FET has overhead. They need to charge a service charge. If you grab a ticket off of one of these guys, you're just going to buy your ticket, and that's it. Buy your ticket. That's not a slide on FET.
But you're helping out the bands.
They're a business.
Too,
and you're helping these guys out. You got to keep local bands drinking. That's the most important part.
Creativity comes out of a bottle.
Like, that show was great. There were 3 people, but it was wonderful.
I feel... yeah, that's the way it goes. I gotta make another quick little plug tonight, though. If anybody's down and has nothing to do tonight, Overboard's down at Mardi Gras. With our buddies along Came the Flood and Train of Thought there. So this should be a good time down there.
And again, the cheapskate in me would have to mention that if you go to the Mardi Gras Facebook page, you can print out a ticket to get into that very show for one of my favorite things in the world, the bubble.
it's either they've been switching it up lately. You either get the free entry or a free shot.
That's right. They give some free booze out down there.
So I mean, you could come down and it only costs you $3 or $4 to get in anyway, and you get a free shot out of the deal. So I mean, John's a good guy. He usually tries to make sure everybody has a good time.
That's exactly it. There's a lot of people that I'm saying poo-poo a lot tonight, but there's a lot of people that poo-poo that venue. But it has, in my humble opinion, one of the best sound systems around. You're in that little rock room, you're not going to be disappointed.
Steve's great, man. Steve does a great job there, too.
And not to mention, also, not to get too far off on a tangent, but you can listen to All for Blood while watching people line dance.
That's always kind of amusing.
Thank you guys again. Keep up the good work. We look forward to talking about Freak Fest 5. But first, we got to get you guys through Freak Fest 4.
Tony, thanks for having us down, brother.
This
always a pleasure.
Incidentally, our whole little talk right there, it was a little bit of a rah-rah speech, plays perfectly into my final track, the unfortunately now defunct Usual Suspects. Well, there's 2 things that play into that. The name of this album is Old, Fat, and Bitter. And the name of this track is I Am Providence. Thank you for tuning in. TonyJones.org is my website. Bye, everybody. Bye.
All right, take it easy.